Hi, guys. I am so happy and excited to share my latest interview with you. It's with health and wellness coach Edson Jeune, and he is a man who is as beautiful on the inside as he is on the outside. And he is on the outside. He has wonderful advice and insights on how to choose happiness and stay positive every single day. And in particular, his morning practice of 4-2-1 is honestly life-changing. I've been doing it, and especially for the times we're living in right now, I believe it's the perfect thing we all could be doing to start our day. Feel free to reach out to him. His information will be below the video and at the end of the interview. So please enjoy my talk with Edson Jeune. Hi, guys. I am so excited today to have as our special guest, Mr. Edson Jeune, international dance champion, entrepreneur, miraculous massage therapist, health and wellness coach. Oh my goodness, is there anything you can't do? Hello, guten Tag from Germany. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. Guten Tag. That was very well said.
Oh, danke.
Here's your question. If there's anything I can't do, I don't know how to play the piano yet, but that's my next journey.
I'll check back with you in 6 weeks. I'm sure you'll have that down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for being here today. So tell us, how do you choose happiness in your life every day?
How do I choose happiness in my life every day? I journal a lot, and I do a lot of affirmations. So I was just reading this book the other day, and it talked about 4-2-1 journaling. So 4 things that you are grateful for and happy for. Two has to be two. You have to send 2 people love. You have to pick 2 people every day and send them love. And then one thing is one thing that you want to focus on for the day. So that's the 4-2-1 journaling. And I've been doing that for quite a while. And it's been amazing because once you start writing about what you're grateful for, there's no way you can be sad. It's just gonna be bring happiness and smile on your face. And especially when you add sending love to another person, it just takes you to a different level. So this is what's been, this is how how I stay happy. And I have no other choice, honestly, because that's the only way to be, I think.
I agree. And is this something you do first thing in the morning when you wake up?
First thing in the morning, when I wake up, I do my meditation and I do my journaling before I exercise.
Wow.
That's the first thing I do. Yeah.
That's such good advice because I think so many of us wake up and we look at our phone or we watch the news and we're instantly put into that headspace. But if we can do this kind of a practice first, we just start the day with a whole different outlook.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I don't remember the last time I wake up and I look at my phone. My phone is always on airplane mode when I go to sleep. And when I wake up, those messages, they don't come up. They come up whenever, like by, 10, 11 o'clock when I decide to turn on my phone. But besides that, the whole morning is my time and I'm not gonna have it, get taken by anything else, the news or anything else. And I rarely watch the news anyways, because for me, I find that when I watch the news, it takes me to a different level where I don't want to be, like, different mindset where I don't want to be.
Oh, that is such great advice. I am
Yeah.
I am blown away. I'm not surprised, but I'm I'm blown away. So in your career as a dancer and a massage therapist, you've met a lot of different people from around the world. Has there anything you've learned from people you've met that have helped you along the way with making joy a priority in your life?
Okay. So I am fortunate enough to work with the top 12 world champions in the dance world. I won't say the top 12 world, finalists and semifinalists. And then I've also fortunate to work with the other ones that are not as high of a level. What I've noticed and what I've learned is that the champions are always, always, always happy and calm. they always have like a different, such a positive take to things, you know? If, for example, if they go to a competition and they happen to lose to the second place couple, for them, that's a motivation for them to work towards beating the couple the next time they meet, you know? So it's always like a positive outlook. And I also notice working with some other, but not a lot, dancers are normally happy people, I have to admit. They're normally happy people, you know, but I noticed that some of the other dancers that are not as high of a level, they tend to be a bit more negative in some sense. Like they're very, how do you say that? They complain a lot about so many things that they're not in control of, but they complain about it, you know? They complain about how the floor is slippery. So they were not able to stay on their own 2 feet. They're sleeping all over the place. But if you think about it, everybody's using the same floor. The champions are using the same floor next to you, you know? So you're in the same situation as everybody else. So for me, I mean, you shouldn't be complaining. You should just make sure that you do the proper thing and get ready for it and stay positive. And I also have seen some dancers that went from from a negative state to a positive state because they work with a coach, for example. You know, the beauty of it is I'm currently working with a coach. Her name is Barbara McCall. And this woman is absolutely the best thing ever for me in dancing. She's she's a head coach. She's everything she's a mom. She's caring. She's also a great teacher. Like I remember I can say truly I won my first major competition in London because of her. After
Wow.
having a lesson with her like 2 days prior, because the way that she approached the lesson, the coaching, like it's a mindset, being ready, also, you know, physically ready and what you have to think and the way you have to think when you go compete. Absolutely amazing.
That's
So
wonderful. And you kind of think of dancing as being only a physical thing, which of course it's not. Of course it's mental. And I would imagine when you're walking into a competition with hundreds of other people, I would imagine
yeah,
if
yeah,
you're not in the right headspace, that's it, right?
yep.
Did that take a long time for you to get to, or?
It took me a while. I mean, since I've been listening, it took me a while to understand and get in that space. It took me a long time. And I am so grateful for my partner because my partner now is very, very calm, you know, very calm. She approaches things like, you know, let's just relax. It's going to work out, you
Right.
know? So that helps me calm down because I'm very intense. When it comes to my dancing, I'm excited. I'm happy. Let's go. Let's go. You know, things have to be perfect every time.
Mhm.
But, you know, I used to have other partners where it didn't work out like that because they had like a negative, I mean, I played into it as well because I was always intense. But my partner right now, calm, you know, she helps me stay focused. And it's now I find like I have a formula on the day of my competition. You know, I see a
Really?
few clients. Yeah, I see a few clients in the morning.
Mhm.
And then after that, it's my time. I know exactly what I have to do to get ready, to get myself in the right state of mind, my right competitive mindset, you know, not overdoing it and get ready. And once I step on that floor, game's on.
Oh, that's so great.
It's battle time.
Yeah. I know it's the same for Olympic athletes where they spend so much time on the mental as well as the physical, which of course makes sense. But you also watch the Olympics and think, oh, they just, boop, they're there, off the running.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the mental preparation, obviously the physical takes so much, I would think even more intensity to get your mind in the right place.
Get your mind in the right place, yes. And also dealing with another person,
Mm,
that takes double time, you know, takes double work as well.
right.
Because you also have to be in the same wavelength as the other person because you're working as a team, you know?
Mm.
So that makes it, you know, working as a team is like such a wonderful thing because each person's strength can come into it and make it even better.
Absolutely. Which is why
Yeah,
it's so important to find that right partner. And I'm so glad that
yeah,
you have
I'm
that.
so grateful. Yeah, I'm so grateful for my partner. Yeah.
It's so interesting talking about the complaining because, you know, it's no surprise that the ones who complain all the time are not winning the championships. I mean,
No.
Of course, that
unfortunately.
makes sense. So I know that you're studying to become a health and wellness coach, and you're well on your way.
Yes.
So what do you hope to help? How do you help to help? Wait, cut. Come back because I got to get my teeth in. Okay, there we go. So speaking of coaching, I know that you are studying to be a health and wellness coach right now. And how do you hope to help people in that role?
Well, this time, especially in this time, a lot of people are falling into food for comfort, unfortunately. And sometimes I find myself the same way too. But however, taking being trained to become a coach, I know exactly how to get out of it a little bit faster than other people would. I can switch my mindset so quick and be like, okay, nope, okay, we're gonna stay focused for the next 7 days. We start 7 days at a time and work through that. So my hope is to help people strengthen their habits. That's the whole point. You help somebody change their habits, and then their whole life changes. And then some people might think that, oh, I have this issue with, I don't know, my relationship or my money, for example. And, a life coach, a coach for health is not going to be able to help. But that's not true, because you can look at the person's overall life, and how they do one thing is how they do everything. So everything is connected one way or another. Something is going to influence something else, something is always going to, simple example, like, okay, so you don't have the right habit of going to sleep at nighttime. You go to bed late, and then you eat badly, you go to bed late, and then you wake up in the morning and try to do work, but you don't have the right energy. One, you didn't eat properly, and two, you didn't have enough sleep. You don't have the right energy, and it's not going to help you focus, and it's also not going to help you work on your business. So you see how everything interlacks pretty much.
Yes,
So
and I
everything
feel like
affects each other. Yeah.
we compartmentalize our lives so much. This is my work me, this is my relationship me, this is my
Yeah.
parenting me, and that
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. I never thought about that before. But
Yeah.
we're this one whole person, so everything we do affects everything else.
Yeah. It's like the whole body. Like the beautiful thing is, when I went to therapy school, I learned everything, kind of like, different, and they separate the whole body for some reason. I don't know why. And then I started working in Boston at this hotel. I forgot the name of the hotel. Anyways, but the manager of that hotel, absolutely an amazing therapist, and he took my game to the next level. Like when you met me after that guy, because this guy took my game to the next level. Like he explained and he showed me that the body is not just limbs and then the whole body. Like everything is connected. This is how you have, when you work with someone, you have to attack that. So being a health coach, also life coach, I have to make sure that somebody can come to me for health reason, and then deep down inside they have something that, their life or their relationship is, they think it's a health reason, but it's, when you keep asking why, like a little kid, they never, they never satisfied with the answer. You give an answer, they're like, why? They never satisfied. So this is where I come in. Because at the end of the day, the more you learn about yourself as a client and as a person, the deeper you go, the more you learn about yourself, and the more you accept that, oh, okay, all right, so I know this about myself, and I can work on that, and I can change this habit, and this is gonna get me there, and that's gonna get me there. So this is my goal for everyone, and I want to impact as much people as I can. You know, the the best and fastest way as I can. So that I'm going down this path now.
I'm so happy that you are. And may I just say as an aside that my muscles miss you. But anyway, best ever. It can be hard sometimes for people to know that they have to make a change. They might say, I'm unhappy, I don't feel well. Is there a way in that you're able to talk to somebody sort of gently or compassionately so they don't feel, you know, like attacked, like
You don't feel attacked. Yes.
mhm,
Um, yes, there is a way. However, it's not always clear to know if a person is going to accept, the invitation, I should say,
mhm,
I mean, it's not an invitation, but it's not always clear that the person is going to accept what you're saying to them. Even though it's clear as daylight that they need the help,
mhm.
somehow, as a coach, I have to be keen to what the person is saying to me. There's some key things that if they say, I said, okay, there's a possibility that they are thinking about change. They're starting to get ready for change. So they started to think about it. They started to think about, okay, they started to question things about their lives. And then when somebody starts doing that, questioning things about their life, they have a different way of talking, communicating. And as a coach, you have to be able to pinpoint into that. And then that's your way to figure out, okay, this person say this, in a passing, they can say something quickly in a passing, and you have to pick up on it and say, okay, this is my way in, and I'm going to gently approach the person and say, oh, I noticed you said this. Tell me a little bit more about that. And then the person can open up.
Right.
It has to do with conversation. It's all about questions,
Mhm.
The beauty of a coach and what I love about doing it is that I'm not a therapist. I don't want to be a therapist and tell you what to do, because everybody knows what's best for them. It's just having someone to help you be accountable for what you must do for yourself. You
Mhm.
know the answer already. You just have to sometimes you don't dig deep inside because you're afraid of what you're going to find out.
Oh, that's for
you know
sure.
but
Wow.
if you talk to another person that you trust, that can ask you the proper questions for things to come up, and you start noticing, oh, okay, all right, okay, so this is what's happening, and okay, I can approach that. And also, coaching is all about curiosity.
Mm.
You have to be curious about everything. Why am I eating this bag of potato chips? Don't hate yourself. Yeah, it's yummy at the moment. It provides you with a lot of pleasure. Even though after you eat it, you might feel like, oh my God, I should not have eaten this. Now I have to run 10 miles to burn it off. That's not,
Yeah,
yes, some of us take that attitude.
yeah.
So I used to take that attitude, but however, it's curiosity. Like, why did I eat this whole bag of chips? I could have had, a few 10 pieces and then be happy with it. But why did I eat the whole thing?
Mm.
All about curiosity and questioning. Yeah.
And I love, oh my goodness, I love what you said about how the person already knows the answers. I love that you're not an ego person who's like, I have all the answers. I'm going to
Oh,
tell
no,
you the
no.
magic. No,
No.
you know that we know. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
you're to guide us to find the right answers.
exactly.
Oh, you're going to be magnificent at this. This is
And
great.
thank you. And it's accountability as well.
Right.
Accountability. Like I do better on my workout. I work out every day, but I do better. I push myself harder if I have a trainer in front of me looking at me doing the exercise.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. I don't want to, I don't want to disappoint myself, and I don't want this. I want to prove something to the person so that they can push me even harder and harder and harder, so that I can get the best out of it. So I would sweat even more when I'm with a trainer.
Right.
You
It's
know?
very easy when you're by yourself to go, oh,
Yeah.
look at the
Exactly. Exactly.
time.
Yep. Yep. You find
So,
thousands of things to make, you find thousands of excuses to get away from something. But when you
sure.
have someone keeping you accountable for
Yeah,
the things you're doing, you tend to be a bit more on track.
absolutely. And someone who you can trust and who believes in you makes all the
Exactly.
difference as well.
Exactly. Yep.
So,
Yep.
is there something that you've learned from your coaching and from your life? Is there one small thing that someone could start doing today to help them on the road to health and happiness?
One small thing they can start doing today. Um, I don't want to say just be happy because
Yeah,
it's easy to just be
if
happy,
you
but
were
it's not
that
easy. Yeah, it's not that easy. One small thing I want to tell everyone to just take a look at what you have and appreciate what you have. Really appreciate, like, it doesn't matter wherever you're sleeping. If you don't have money and you have a small studio apartment and that's all you have, you are way ahead of many other people. Unfortunate people that are sleeping under the bridge, that you know their house just burned down. Like there's so many different scenarios that could happen, but you're not in that situation at the moment. So just take a look at everything around you and be like, wow, okay, I have this, and I'm grateful for that because I have this roof just to keep me dry. I have this roof, if it's raining outside.
Right.
It's amazing because I had this one experience many, many years ago, and I was taking this group class, and the coach in the group class stopped the class and he said, "You know what? We are so lucky to be doing this." And I said, and I'm thinking, yeah, we're so lucky to be doing this. I mean, not everybody in the world can say that they can travel anytime during the week and just go dance. Everybody, it's dancing. How can you not be lucky? But he went deeper because his sister is paralyzed, and his sister is a wheelchair. So he said, "We are so lucky." And I'm like, "Yeah, we are." He's like, "Yeah, but there's more to it. We're lucky because we are able to use our feet, use our limbs to dance. We're able to hold somebody else's hand, to connect." And I have to tell you, Rachel, every time I walk on the street and I see someone in a wheelchair or someone that's injured or someone that's missing a leg, I always say to myself, I am so grateful that I have all my limbs and they're working properly. And that always keeps me happy and true. So the little things that we have, we take for granted. This is where I would tell someone to start if they want to start right now, to be happy, because you have no idea. Once you start to appreciate the little things that you have, you start noticing how happier you'll get.
That is so beautiful. That shows your heart. And I so appreciate you sharing that with all of us. And it's so true. And it is simple in a way, but we have to take the time to do it. Like you said, even first thing in the morning, notice your limbs, notice your breath, notice you're alive for another day. That can really get us on the right road. Thank you so much for sharing that.
My pleasure.
Wow.
Thank you for following me.
Now, where can people find you and your coaching business?
People can contact me most of the time. It's via Facebook.
Okay.
I mean, you have my information already.
Yep, we'll have it all down at the bottom of the interview. Mm-hmm.
Yep. People can contact me via Instagram. People can contact me via Messenger or text. If you like, I don't know how you do it, but if you like, you can also put my phone number there.
Okay.
Which is okay. But as far as a website, I don't have a website yet. I'm working on that. But Facebook and Instagram, normally people contact me this way.
And you're doing it obviously remotely now, especially, but you can do it all over the world. I
can sit in Regensburg, where I am in Germany, and then coach someone in China.
Oh,
it's easy.
So cool. It's great.
So beautiful. That's the beauty of technology. The Zoom, everything. Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. You are such a breath of fresh air. It is wonderful to see you, and thank you for how you've helped all of our viewers. You're just wonderful.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Thank you. It was fun.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Ciao.